Shri Arvind Kejriwal, Honorable Chief Minister, Government of NCT Delhi, Honorable Mrs. Justice Geeta Mittal, Acting Chief Justice, High Court of Delhi and Chancellor of NLU Delhi, Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Khanna, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajiv Enlaw, Honorable Judges from other High Courts present here, Professor Dr. Ranbir Singh, Vice Chancellor, NLU Delhi, members of the General Council, Executive Council and Academic Council, professors, faculty members, Professor Bajpayee, Registrar of the University, proud parents of the graduating students, the enthusiastic degree holders, friends from the electronic and print media, ladies and gentlemen. It pleases me the most to address all of you today on the occasion of the 6th annual convocation of the National Law University, Delhi. I have had the privilege of being the Chancellor of this university in its early years when I was the Chief Justice of the High Court of Delhi. I had the opportunity of seeing the university grow during its formative years and take steps in laying the foundation for the success that it has achieved today within a decade of its inception. I congratulate National Law University Delhi for completion of a decade under the able leadership of founder, Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Ranbir Singh and the members of the faculty and also the students who have left this university and the students who are present in this hall today. I have a formal part to go. Prior to that, I must share with you something. When I entered into this auditorium today, I came as a different person. But when I am leaving this auditorium, I have converted myself. I was thinking of myself flying in the time machine to the past. Why these universities were not there when we were studying law? Where are these gold medals? In this hall today, I intend to share with you, I feel the fragrance of gold medals and the cash prizes, the abilities and the capabilities that God has endowed you and you yourself with your determination have cultivated. All of you need to be congratulated, not only by me, by all present over here and all who are not also present here. A convocation is always a memorable day. The young graduate wearing robes epitomize, as I feel, enormous enthusiasm and a colossal sense of aspiration. This is the moment every young graduate waits for. The waiting is not an anxious one, but to share each other's achievement, and that is why the ceremony of convocation has the inherent glory. This day, I am certain, will remain embedded in your memory. I emphasize on sharing, not on anxiety. Someone has got a PhD, someone has got a different kind of LLM, someone has graduated in LLB. Do not compare. Share the achievements. Sharing is learning. Sharing is growing. Sharing is graduating. I must apprise you that since you are a product of the premier law institute of our country, the country has a great expectation from you. You will have to And I'm sure you rise up to this expectation and fare extremely well in your respective chosen fields. Today, as you pass out from this prestigious institution, you really march towards the resplendent future. Some of you might have got placements and some may be thinking of a bright professional career. Some may have the desire to join judicial service, and some may have the intense passion for higher studies. To all, I would like to convey, please watch this line. I thought of this only for my young friends, and I am sure you are my friends. To all, I would like to convey, never be afraid of uncertain future that lies ahead, because this uncertainty is intellectually exciting. Certainty doesn't excite you intellectually. Uncertainties have the capacity and the potentiality to intellectually excite you, and that is why you are young today. In the contemporary world, the legal education plays a very important role in empowering the masses and thereby sponsors growth and development of the society. The journey of legal education in India was filled with immense challenges, and there is a need to make quality legal education available for aspiring lawyers. The experiment began at Bangalore, and from that day of inception, no one has looked back. Today, your Vice Chancellor, rightly and with all the humble pride at his command, had said that this university ranks at number 2 according to his assessment. I would say there is slight humility over there. I did not intend to rank NLU Delhi anywhere because people may attach prejudice to my thinking process. You can infer from what I have said. The interface, and every academician in this country shall vouch it, between the academia and the judiciary is extremely important and needs to be further strengthened and encouraged. I have always believed so. The contribution of the academicians is immense because they have the potentiality to kindle new thoughts and ideas. That establishes an atmosphere of intellectual affinity that survives on the foundation of appreciation and understanding. Deliberation on the same requires place to the concept of objectivity, which breathes fresh air to realize one's own limitation. It's not a transgression, but a move towards studious progression. It's extremely important for the law universities to focus on training the next generation of lawyers in meeting challenges that a globalized and connected world brings. And that is why today we think of globalization, global education, global understanding, apart from global warming. On your convocation day today, it's but natural for your hopes to rise the wings of delight. A sense of delight is never inferior to a sense of passion. Passion and delight go together if we have the courtesy towards passion, towards intellect, and towards understanding. But never forget, I am certain you will not do, that this feeling of empowerment, of delight, passion, and degrees, that with your which you hold your head high is due to sacrifices of your parents and teachers. Both of them, in their own way, have toiled hard as you have also put your industry. My dear young friends, now you are expected to adorn the role of young lawyers, judges, and administrators. This makes it obligatory for all of you to comprehend the manner in which our society functions. This I say, and I say with emphasis, because unless you familiarize yourself with undercurrents of various social diversities and disparities that divide our society, you will find it difficult to mature in your role as either as a lawyer, judge, or as an administrator. This doesn't mean that your knowledge of law, which you have acquired over the last 5 years, values any less. But without having a comprehensive and pragmatic understanding of the social realities, you may not be able to correlate the law and social impulses, and thereby find it difficult to bridge the gap between legality and reality of the society. Scaling up in your profession by taking up the deprived section of the society along with you will give you the sense of satisfaction, which will be a far more achievement. Success of such law professionals will always be rated higher than those who only mind for financial and economic pursuits. A socially spirited law professional cannot be only for his personal growth. If you are determined to elevate as a legal professional yourself, championing for the causes of the masses, you must embrace the principles of collective philosophy for the larger and bigger aims of protecting human rights of the voiceless and those are without means. I do not intend to refer to Indian history. If you read the history of lawyers of India, starting from the day the law, Anglo-Saxon jurisprudence was introduced in this country, there were lawyers who devoted themselves for cause lawyering. Sometimes, in times to come, you must devote some time for cause lawyering. And when I say cause lawyering, I mean cause lawyering for the poor, downtrodden, and the impecunious. The Supreme Court, in one of its judgments, observes, although the entry to the profession can be had the acquiring merely the qualifications prescribed by different universities, the honor as a professional has to be maintained by its members by their exemplary conduct, both in and outside the court. Even as a lawyer, never forget, you belong to this profession of nobility. Never think that you are only a lawyer where you are inside the court. The lawyer enjoys a sense of aristocracy in the society, and that aristocracy is self-cultivated. I would honestly request you, please cultivate that self-acquired aristocracy as expeditiously as possible. I say this because the role of a lawyer is that of a leader. When I say leader, it doesn't have any kind of denotation. It has a connotative expansive, and it means wherever you are, you try to become the leader. There are three kinds of leaders. One says, I am the leader, follow me. The second one says, please follow me. You have chosen me as the leader, or I am your leader. The third one doesn't say anything, but people follow him, and history has witnessed. The person coming in the category number 3, as I have explained to you, he is the best leader who never says that he is the leader, but people follow him as if he is the leader. And you must be leaders of this category in times to come. Today's legal profession must have at the forefront of his mind the noble idea of justice as enshrined in the Constitution of India. The idea of justice in the contemporary society has been emphasized by the Apex Court in the case of Venus Public Education, and I quote, "It's worthy to note that justice in its connotative expanse engulfs the liberalism of the ocean, the magnanimity of the sun, the sternness of a mountain, the simplicity of a saint, the austerity of a Spartan, and the humility of a river. The concept of justice has to remain embedded in spite of adversities. It should remain unshaken, unterrified, unperturbed, and loyal to the rule of law." Unquote. Remember, my dear friends, you are the crusaders of change in the drive towards equal rights, liberties, and justice. You are going to be equal contributors in the process of imparting justice to the people at large. Always devote some time in your capacity as lawyers for well-being of the underprivileged. For it was well known that welfare of good of the people is the supreme law. Do you dream? I don't know. But be a dreamer. Professor Hon'ble Singh has also advised you to be a dreamer. But I will add a qualifier. Be a practical dreamer. Foster high ambitions to enter the legal hall of fame and develop the courage and determination to translate your dreams into reality. There cannot be an attitude that I must succeed anyway. No. It's a profession. The means determines the end. I do not believe in any other theory as regards this profession. This theory has to be given the primacy. Means determine the ends. You should cultivate the quality of clarity of thought and intellectual vigor, as they are primary qualities that a budding lawyer must strive to attain. You are required to develop an attitude not to get swayed away by the infinite distractions that come along your way, but remain firm and courageous to follow the path less traversed. In the course of your ambitious path, you must remember the great Cicero had said with regard to purpose of law, and I quote, "The precepts of law are the following: to live honorably, to injure no one, to give to everyone his due." The fundamental concept of law and justice. And every student of law, including me, has to remember as long as he lives upon the Mother Earth. Abraham Lincoln, I'm a fan of Abraham Lincoln, I confess, believed that leading rule for the lawyer, as for the man, every other calling is diligence. And he had once said, "I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I like to see a man to live so that the place will be proud of him." Unquote. And therefore, you have to train yourselves to deal with the new challenges of the legal world, growing institutionalization, globalization, and liberalization. When I was watching the conformance of the hours, I was slightly perplexed. How the young minds have worked. Then I consoled myself with history. I did console in a different way. I said, why not? Why not that young minds can grow, aspire, and get it? If you look at the history, John Keats, the great poet, died at the age of 26. Born in 1795, died in 1821. And who can forget the poems? Shelley died at the 29 plus. Gautam Buddha got enlightenment at the age of 26. Mahavir Jain approximately at the age of 25 plus. Shankaracharya, who has written so much, died at the age of 32. Lord Byron, who is a great poet of English literature, died at the 36. So age doesn't matter. The young can teach the old. And let me humbly confess, I am prepared to be taught by the degree holders today. With this faith in you, I welcome you all to join the Indian Bar and Judiciary to strengthen the justice delivery system by pitching it with your valuable contributions. I like to quote a passage from a great thinker, and I consider him so, Lee Kuan Yew, who says, I quote, "For the young, let me tell you, the sky has turned brighter. There is a glorious rainbow that beckons those with spirit of adventure, and there are rich findings at the end of the rainbow. To the young and not so old, I say, look at that horizon, follow that rainbow, go ride it, go on. Not all will be rich. Quite a few will find a vein of gold. Dig it out." Unquote. Before I part, I would like to share something with you. Justice Sanjeev Khanna showed me that out of so many gold medals and the listed hours, 2 boys have got, rest are ladies. He thought I'll be surprised. I wasn't. And you know why? Recently, as the visitor of National Law University, Odisha, had gone, I was required to give the presidential address. Justice Michael Kirby gave the Convocation address. I was requested to give 6 gold medals. I said, all right, I have no problem. Then I was told by the Vice Chancellor who is present here, that you have to give only to one person. There was a girl who is working in Delhi or studied there. She got received all the 6 gold medals. So it is extremely easy for me to give the gold medals by putting it on where they need to put. The purpose of my saying is there is nothing called female lovers or male lovers, but they are there. It's only to appreciate actually who has the intellect and who gets it, and you have to accept it. You see, everyone doesn't stand first in the class. Everybody doesn't score a century in the cricket. Everybody doesn't get the gold in the Olympics. But that doesn't mean nobody should try. That doesn't mean that you are a failure. Failure is a word which is not known to Napoleon Bonaparte, slightly historically wrongly because he failed. But he said impossible. I am using the word failure here. A student never think of that he will not succeed. Be absolutely sure I am going to succeed because I have the ability to work. And I will work as far as the best of my intellect that has been conferred on me. And let me tell you, many people ask me, sir, I do not have a prodigious memory. How do I function? I have told them, and I believe in it, God might not have given a prodigious memory to you. But there is something else. God has gifted you with a mind. Mind, and you properly exercise, with opposite acumen, you can cultivate memory. Your memory can be sharpened by your thought. Please try this. Never tell yourself, I do not have a good memory. If you think you don't have a good memory, you will be stuck. You can always enhance your memory by cultivation. And you are the only one responsible for yourself in that individual cultivation. In a convocation address, we are always required to say, dear young friends, all the best for the future. I would like to add, in a different way, all the best, not for the near future, but the future that we may not be able to see, but you will be able to see, that future that rains like that looks like a rainbow in the sky. And please do not misunderstand rainbow as a metaphor. Rainbow is a reality. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your great words of wisdom, inspiration, appreciation, and for your best wishes.